Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. For Intro to Speech, what we decided to do for differentiated learning and instruction was to create blackout poetry, inspired by Austin Kleon's book called Newspaper Blackout Poetry. And what we did was we had the students create their own blackout poems from the Chicago Sun-Times newspaper, and they had to reflect a speech theme on a topic that we've already discussed in speech class, or a speech they've given that related to that topic. So, for example, we had one student over here talk a little bit about what made surprising and somewhat problematic was 25 seconds of the worst doubt that significantly restricted critical strength when healthy options return aren't likely. So his thoughts were how difficult speech class was and speaking in public. One of the students over here talked a little bit about persuaded to go to harder things to get over than people got at home. It was a good outing. So, although you try your hardest in speech, sometimes it doesn't necessarily work out that way. One of my favorites is a girl who did her persuasive speech on why you should adopt an animal. And her theme that she found throughout this poetry says, one of the highest ranking casualties in the United States caused by euthanasia of animals, and then she circled, so adopt. So there she has her theme from her speech. And then the last one that I kind of thought was interesting was this girl wrote on sort of the quirks and what it means to come out with a really good theme in a speech. And hers says, the quirks make a meaning important, a speech lavish. So I think that kind of gathers the information sort of in a tight knot there, explaining why speeches are important. That meaning is the backbone to any speech. So as a whole, I thought we did really well with these. The students tended to appreciate the art side and to use words and produce words from someone else's prose that they already had on paper. So we'll probably do it again.